Wow. Stefan. Wow. That Stefan has to be one of the most diabolical characters in TV show history. He's on that list. Don't know where. He's high up there. To save a recording over 7 years and drop it and send it. How are you able to switch phones? Like, there was a flip phone, the BlackBerry. How are you able to save the recording? And you recorded the entire conversation with her now fiance, because we don't know if they got married. You must have edited the recording, because there was other things out how you say it. You must edit the recording and then drop it and destroy one of the most important days of a woman's life. A woman who wants to get married, by the way. I have never seen such a thing. You must have edited the recording of Evan. How are you able to transfer the phone? We're going to get into it, y'all. I have so many things to say. I just want to say right now before we continue, if you are resonating with any of these TV show characters in this show, you need to look inward, then look outward, then look inward again, and then walk yourself into a psych ward. Okay? Just accept who you are, walk yourself into a psych ward. Or the police station, because let's be honest, half of what these characters are doing is criminal. Yeah. And for some reason, these characters cannot find any other friends to be with. I'm pretty sure they're in a university. I mean, I'm in Canada, so US calls university college. But colleges here in Canada are actually colleges that are much smaller. But anyways, universities have tens of thousands of kids. You're telling me there's nobody, 20,000, 40,000 students on the campus you can't be friends with? You can't be friends with? I don't know. And they do the most horrific things to each other, knowingly and unknowingly, and they recycle the same people. Oh my God! Like, I'm cringing. Like, I don't get it. It's like sometimes I look at them and I'm like, you purposely want to continue this trauma and inflict this pain onto yourself. You want to do this because what is the reason for you to continue being in this friend circle? I don't understand. And even Diane said it. Diane, our queen. The only person that I resonate with, even though like Diane, questionable. Diana. The only person that I resonate with is Diana a little bit. The way she schooled everybody at the end, and but then again, I never doubted her because I did watch a bit of the first season. Okay, let's get into it. Y'all know I love to go through each and every character and give my own take about everything. And before we get into that, I do want to say I'm really good at finding TV show parents. You know what I mean? Like TV show parents. Like if this TV show was a kid, who would be their parents? Parent number 1, sex lives of college girls. If the sex lives of college girls had a baby of the secret life of the teenage girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's that show with like a bunch of like high school students, like one's pregnant, that show. It's those two. If those two had a baby, that's what this show would be like. It's kind of like Degrassi-esque too. The show kind of also reminds me of Degrassi. R.I.P. Degrassi. The first few seasons were good, and then after that, it's like too melodramatic. And yeah, so we're gonna go into it. We're gonna go through each and every character. Where do we begin? Let's start off with Bree. Bree, all the women are gorgeous. Okay, Bree, gorgeous, smart. She probably grew up doing the good things in life, right? Probably did the good things in life. And she wants to be the bad girl for the one semester in her life. She wants to be the girl who can choose to do something bad, but out on her own terms. And that is for her sleeping with a man that's 20 years older than her. That's the bad thing she wants to do. Yeah. Yeah. She can't just like cheat or something like on her boyfriend like all the other girls. No, she has to sleep with a man 20 years older and have the man control her, act like a daddy figure in her life, and act like this child in this relationship, probably for romantic relations, because she wasn't getting that from Evan, right? She wants to feel the passion. She wants to feel, like she's a grown-up. She wants to feel like she's doing something bad, but on her terms. And I think that's the reason why she reacted in the way she did when she found out that Mr. Lucifer, the way I gagged, the way I almost vomited, the way I was like, the show gave me life. Like, as soon as I saw Tom Ellis in the show, I became one. Like, I'm sad. I'm sad. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's my water bottle, y'all. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay. Tom Ellis and Lucifer. If you haven't watched the show, who are you? Why are we friends? The way she reacted with Tom Oliver and Mariana, I think Mariana, is because she thought she was in control, when a 19-year-old is usually never in control when they're dating somebody like 20 years older. And for her to find out, like, I never really got her reaction. To me, I never really got her reaction. For Mariana to find out that, for Brie to find out that she was actually she's not even the main character that she thought she was. She's actually a side character. For her to, like, feel her, I just didn't understand what the hell she's talking about. I don't understand her feelings. To me, I'm like, okay, she probably feels hurt because she thought she was controlled. That's my conclusion. And because if I was in that situation, I would be relieved, because I thought that I was breaking someone else's marriage or in the middle of someone else's marriage. But Brie is smarter than this. But it's clear Brie wants to really come out of her shell and be somebody that she's usually not to people, and really want to live her authentic self. So she wants to be able to do bad things. She wants to be able to tell Piper and be like, Piper, don't stop judging me. Say things she usually does keep back to make other people happy, which makes sense. However, I don't think Brie needed to go sleep with Mr. Lucifer for that to happen. I really don't think. And the whole exchange between Brie and Mariana, that whole thing was really weird. Mariana, like, gave us the impression that she was actually the student of Oliver in the past, but honestly, they both look the same age. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, they both look 50. They both look 45. Don't say that. Those are my colleagues, because I'm also old too. Don't say that. They're also 40. Okay, they're also 40, 45. Listen. So I don't really understand why Mariana is like, I was in your shoes. Maybe with a different man, but I cannot see her doing that with Mariana, because I think some people are saying that in the fan circles. I think, and there have been press releases that Oliver's not coming back, which makes sense. Like Tom Ellis doesn't seem like the type of guy who wants to be in this type of show. I was actually surprised that he's in it, because it's kind of inclined in, like, the Lucifer circle. It's kind of like, okay, romantic relations, that deep, dark, it comes off like very sexual, but very intellectual. So I can see how he's drawn to the role, but I don't see Tom Ellis being drawn to this type of show. So it makes sense. It made sense to me that Tom Ellis was like, okay, I've done one season, I'm good, I'm leaving. And then apparently Mariana's going to stay in the show. I don't know how that's going to happen. Probably Oliver's probably go to a different university or something. I don't know, but I'm interested to see how season 3 is going to turn out. So Brie was with Evan, and everybody says, like, Evan's a good guy. I think Evan's a good guy in relation to, if we're comparing to all these other people, okay? Evan is a good guy. However, Evan cheated on his best friend, but then again, like, Stefan is a horrible person, so, like, who cares if anybody sees cheated on him? Evan cheated on Stefan with Lucy, and with Lucy, who's also best friends with Brie. So I wouldn't say he's, like, the center of the moral compass of the show, but I would say that He is better than most of this cast. Yes. And however, I don't know why he's so obsessed with Brie, because it makes sense that Brie is not obsessed with him. So I don't know why he's clinging to life to this particular girl, but he is. Okay, whatever. This is the time in the show where I will say I'm doing my small content creator thing and subscribe, girl. Subscribe. Hey, see that subscribe button? Just click it. Just click it right there. Like, comment, turn on your notifications. I'll be posting a lot. This TV and movie be popping this fall. Hit that. There's a hype button down below. I don't know if you guys see that. If you want to share it, do whatever you want to do. Anyways, moving on. So yes, I do think Evan is like a good guy, but I don't know why he's with this group of people. I think he likes to say the good guy. He likes to be the good person in this group. However, he's in proximity with really, really bad people who have done really horrific things that he's also aware of and doesn't do anything about. So I wouldn't say he's like the greatest person in this particular show. I would say he's better than most. So there's Evan. And then we know, Evan is best friends with also Ringley. Ringley's running around this entire season doing God knows what. Before we move on, I do want to say like Evan should just move on from Brie, but obviously we don't see that happening. Evan does end up marrying Brie because it fast forwards. But the thing with me is, again, I don't know why he loves her so much. I really don't. Just because you've been with somebody for so long doesn't mean you have to stick with that person. The love and affection has to be reciprocal. So moving on with Ringley. Ringley's all over the place because he's trying to deal with loss and his past actions and the letter that was disclosed and exposed in last season. And no one really actually sits down with Ringley. And then you have like Stefan kind of controlling his emotions and giving him things throughout the air, and Ringley just like a little puppet, and Ringley just going through women like going through Tic Tacs. No one, like, again, and that's kind of like the theme of the show. Everybody just does things recklessly. Like, I don't know about you. Like, I was not like this in college, and I didn't know anybody like this in college. I know there's people who were like this in college, but even then, like, not to this extent. They just do things recklessly, just to do things recklessly because they can, and they can't get caught. Like, I don't understand. It's like they've never been raised by people. Like, I don't understand what's going on. So anyways, and then we see, of course, Ringley does get more traumatized because he killed, I believe, his brother by accident. Like, killed his brother, and when they came on visit. So it's like, wow, by splitting splitting muscle, I don't know, splitting a pill. Apparently you can, I know people who can't swallow pills, so there are people who end up crushing pills. I didn't know you can actually die from splitting a pill, but I forgot which pill. Was it ibuprofen? Let me know. And so I don't know how you can move on in life knowing that you accidentally killed your brother. And I vaguely watched the first season. I know you guys hate me when I say that because I don't look into the actual history and past and background and context and blah, blah, blah. Sorry, but I think that was his best friend or cousin or something. I don't know. Something he was related to, and they were bonding, they were drinking, they took some pills so they don't having like a raging hangover the next day. And it's just, wow. Like, to wake up to a dead person who's your brother and sister, I'm just speechless at that point. Like, what? I don't know what to say to that other than I'm sorry, so sorry, Ringley. You should take some time off. Don't go to school. I don't know how you can continue doing classes and do your essay and know that happened to you. I don't know. Like, these people do horrific things, so I don't really know what to really say to that. Wow, okay. I'm happy that your parents are finally involved. Like, finally the parents are involved. Like, we see Pippa's dad, and I'm like, great, where have y'all been? Like, where have you guys been hiding? Do you know the kids are doing? Where are you at? I get it. Like, I feel, I'm not a parent, so I would not know, but I know that if I was a parent, I need to know at least half or 60% of what my kid is doing. Okay, I cannot be walking this earth knowing that my kid is doing this and I don't know anything about it. That sounds crazy to me. It really does. And so we are watching this and it's just devastating. Like I literally have no other like it's just everything is just like it's like domino effect. I have no other emotions. So we're moving on. Pippa's whole journey was so heartbreaking as well. So heartbreaking. So her friend's brother essayed her. And I like how they dealt with the situation in the show in a very much nuanced way. Not everybody, trigger warning. Not everybody who gets essayed do decide to want to get justice for what happened to them. And we don't see a lot of those type of people played out in media. And I like the take that they took. Oh, do you guys hear my belly rumbling? Sorry, y'all. I just ate a smoothie for breakfast. I ain't anything all day. And an insomnia cookie. It was really good. Anyways, so we don't see a lot of people in media and TV shows have women who then decide this horrific thing happened to me. I'm processing it. I will deal with it in my own way. And whenever I'm ready to deal with it, and if I'm ready to deal with it, then I'll deal with it. And if not, not. And that's the latter is where people went down. So we're seeing a first-hand account of a woman who got essayed by a person really close to them in their friend circle. And all the other friends, some of the other friends, including Lucy and Diana, are aware because they helped her out of the situation. And Lucy and Diana are just so distraught of her friend not only going through this, but the fact that they have to still speak to this person every single day who actually did this to Pippa. And also the fact that because Pippa doesn't want to do anything about it, they have to watch her friend go through some processes and not get their own form of justice, which makes a lot of sense. And we'll talk about what Lucy did in the situation. Pippa has so much strength and courage. And I think Pippa is up there in terms of like one of the better characters who have like a better moral compass than most of the other characters. Yes, Evan is up there, but also Pippa too. Pippa has been, I like the fact, and Bree doesn't like this, but I like the fact that Pippa is judgmental because somebody has to in this group. Somebody has to be like, ew, that's wrong. Why are you doing that? Like somebody has to react in a way that is sane. I don't know why we are kind of consenting to this type of behavior by not saying anything without doing anything because we're college students. No, you can still be college students and still have a really great, exciting experience without doing crazy, traumatic things, right? And criminal things. So I like how Pippa is very, very judgmental because somebody has to be, because no one's saying anything. No one's saying that's wrong. Like, why are you doing that? And that's why I love Pippa saying to Bree, Bree, why are you doing that? And then Lucy does that too, but she's like, okay, I support you. And as a friend, that's all you can do, right? Give your opinion and be like, but I support you as a friend, but like just letting you know. And for me, honestly, I can only support non-criminal activities. Anything else, and I'd be like, I'm your friend, but I will give you my opinion. I will not gonna do it with you. If I don't like it, it's not part of my moral compass. But I understand why you're doing it. I don't disagree. I don't agree with it. And that's it. So it was really great seeing that side of a person, that side of a story where a person does get essayed and we don't see them actually acting on it. And Pippa is, it's like her acting is truly incredible. Even though she's quite traumatized by what happened, you know, she can't sleep. She's not interacting with people. Like, she's quite depressed. But it looks like from the outside that she's not fazed with it and that she can be able to function. But we can tell that as a part of her, even though she doesn't vocalize it to her friends, a part of her is slowly has broken inside. She no longer is the same. It's incredible acting from Sania Mena, who plays Pippa. And we don't see that side of the media so often. all we see, I don't know which wave of feminism is it, but I think it might be like second or third wave feminism. Is if something happened to me, if something happens, we must speak up about it. Speak up, but not everybody wants to speak up about it. If I was Pippa's friend, I'll totally be like, girl, you need to get justice. And that's Lucy, right? While Diana's like, Pippa, I will be there. Whatever you need me to do, I'm there. But Lucy is like, we need to get justice. But Lucy did not help the cause by lying and saying that it happened to her by the same guy, which didn't really help getting justice for other girls who may want to have come out. Maybe if Pippa wanted to have come out now and have say, this guy also did this to me. So that entire situation it seems very real and really relatable. I'm sure a lot of women would have connected to the way that storyline kind of came out on screen. Well done. Lucy acted completely insane and crazy by lying and saying that it happened to her. So let's talk about Lucy. I mean, Lucy is a sociopath and Stefan is a psychopath. Lucy has done horrific things, but she's like, she would do anything for her friends and family, even if it's burying a body and like keeping that to the day that she dies, even if it's pretending and lying about the death of her friend, lying for Stefan. Like, Lucy has done. And then, yes, Stefan has traumatized Lucy and has kind of helped create who she is and now we see in the future. But Lucy is like not only deeply traumatized, it's like a woman version of Stefan, in my opinion. I think Lucy is a woman version of Stefan, and I do think that Lucy and Stefan should both go to jail. Both go to jail, prison. Okay? The fact that Lucy has not changed over 7 years, we look in the future, she's dating this guy who seems to be a really great guy, while they're celebrating the wedding of like Bree and Evan. Lucy hasn't changed. Steph, like, these are very disturbing people. Stefan, very like a psychopath. Let's go to Stefan. I have no words to say other than to say that they should both be in jail. Like, to do what you did to Bree and drop, like, what is the purpose of dropping a recording that said that my current fiance that I'm about to get married in 2 minutes slept with my best friend? What is the point of that then to destroy my life? What is the point of that? And I honestly do think Bree will definitely go down the aisle. If you're thinking that Bree would not go down the aisle, I know for a fact she will. Because I don't know why she's so desperate to be with this Evan guy when she doesn't love this man. And then she's calling this other guy. We don't know who this is. And I pray to God it's not Oliver. I pray to God it's not Oliver. I don't really understand why Bree needs to marry Evan. There are many other good guys, but somehow they're acting like these are their only 7 billion people. Like, the 8 people surrounding them are the 7 billion people that are on the planet. I don't get it. Even after 7 years, these people still haven't found new friends. Is disturbing. I did love the fact that Pippa and Diana came together and they're both each other's romantic partners and they're both living together. I think that's the most healthiest thing we've seen so far in this entire season. The healthiest thing that Diana and Pippa are together. They truly are deeply cared for each other. But I hate the fact that Pippa dragged Diana out of her apartment to come to this freaking wedding to attend these psychopaths and sociopaths and these horrible people. And Diana is right. Like, why must she be there for you? If you want to be friends with them, you can be friends with them, but I don't have to be friends with them. And I get that Pippa saying that she should be there as her partner, but guess what? These people have done horrific things and it doesn't seem like they've changed. So I'm still so shocked that they're friends. Like, listen, guys, you don't have to be friends with people that you went to school, that you went to college, that you went to high school with. You don't have to be. You don't. We're friends with them because of proximity, because there's, we're always seeing them, we're doing the same thing, so therefore we're friends. But there are other people, and yes, friendships is hard to make, but if they're toxic people doing horrific things to you and are traumatizing you, making your life worse, not better, not lifting you up, not propping you up, you should leave them. Leave them, please. I think what Diana did was just brilliant. And I knew for a fact she was going to do this. And again, that's why I wasn't sweating at all. Like, when Stefan went to Diana and be like, you did bad on your LSAT? And Diana goes, yeah, I did. I didn't believe that. I'm sorry. This girl who seems like she can run the entire world, Diana, from the same Diana from the first season? Nah, this girl's smart. And I was waiting for the shoe to drop. As soon as she said that, I knew she was gonna lie. And for her to not only create, but for what reason though? Here's the thing. Did she lie to Stefan this entire time to be with him just to know how he was gonna break up with her? Just to know the true reason why? And I don't really think. Okay, I do agree that Stefan did break up with her. Yes, because I don't think like they never loved each other. Stefan and Diana never loved each other. Diana was just a speed bump back to Lucy, his other psycho half. But also because I do agree that there was nothing there for Steven to get out of her. Because he didn't love her, he wasn't getting anything from her. So, of course, I'm not going to be with you. And Diana was completely right. And for her to pretend that she didn't have any money, pretend that her father cut her off, to pretend that he didn't LSAT, and then her father was in on it. Girl. That's the type of parent that I thought that should be available, that should be contributing, present in all of these kids' lives, in all the other kids' lives. Diana's father is the type of father that needs to be, like, for Diana's father to know exactly what Diana's going to do before she did it, and for Diana's father to go and turn to Diana, was it done? And Diana goes, yeah, and then she rolled on the window. It's like, queen. My queen, my queen, my BFF, like the only girl that I truly resonated with. But however, I wouldn't go through that entire scheme. I would break up with Stefan. I'm a person, I don't tolerate nonsense. So I'll break up with Stefan and be like, okay, so you don't love me. And it was quite clear too, like Diana's not a great actor when it comes to hiding the fact that she has something up her sleeve, like, and she doesn't like Stefan. Lucy knew for a fact that Diana knows that Stefan is a crazy psychopath, but Lucy's trying to figure out why she was still with him. Lucy was almost there. My thing is, why tell the father? Why did Diana tell the father? Maybe she had to tell the father because she was cutting. But she called the credit card company right after. Maybe the father is going to expose them. Maybe Diana's father's going to expose them in season 3. I don't know. But like, I really want to know why include the father? Why tell the father of the actions and plans that you were going to do to Stefan? Like, why tell him that this is what you were going to do? You know what I mean? You could have done this without telling your father. You're very strict, very no-nonsense father. I'm sure that would probably, but then again, Diana's father looks at Diana like a diamond, like, you know. Yeah. I just really do hope that Diana doesn't come back and being friends with these people. If they are friends with these people, I don't know why. That would be my next thing. I do think that Stefan will end up figuring it out in season 3. I think Lucy, I don't know what's gonna happen to Lucy. I think Brie will turn to more of this like bad gal, but not like a like. I think she would go into her bad gal era. Clearly, she convinced Lucy and Pippa to, you know, vandalize Mr. Lucifer, Mr. Oliver's car. So I think Brie would go into her bad gal era in season 3. And I do think Pippa's gonna evolve into somebody else, into something else as well in season 3. Evan will of course be hanging around, be following Brie for I don't know what reason. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a good season 2. I mean, the first season 1, it was hard to watch. I didn't watch all of it, but I've heard snips and pips of, you know, things of what happened. Season 2 was good. Again, what kept me alive was Oliver. And yes, Oliver and Brie's season was quite hot. I don't know which part of the season. I think it was like at the very end they told us that like Brie, maybe I should have known, but I think like Brie is like 19 and then Oliver is like 45. And I'm like, what the frick? And Brie knew what she was doing too. She'd act like, oh my God, I didn't know. Like, oh, I love you. Brie's smart. Like Brie wants to have this romantic relationship with Oliver because this is what she needs in her life, and that's why I said she's gonna go into a bad gal era. It was an interesting season. I am looking forward to season 3. I think that's coming out in 2026. Until then, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think, and subscribe and like, do all those vibes. And thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.